Last December, Stokely and I were doing one of our live shows down at Blake Street Tavern, and we noticed there was a particular listener that was totally locked in, and he had a Brandon Stokely jersey on. And after the show, he called us over and wanted to talk to us. Corporal Jason Rump told us who he was and added context to what we had meant to him. Because while he was over in Afghanistan, he was actually listening to Sports Radio 104.3 The Fan, and he was relying on us to sort of bring him some peace of mind.
So I would just get my brother to send me thumb drives full of podcasts from The Drive or The Morning Show or the Stokely, and you were with CJ at the time, from noon to 3. So he'd send me podcasts on the thumb drives.
On a thumb drive, and you would listen retroactively and catch up.
Yeah. He'd send, because it would take about 10 to 12 days to get the mail over there. So I would be probably a week behind, but I still got to hear you guys, so that was cool.
Man, that is
being so far from home.
So then he tells us he has something to give to us, and he reaches in his bag and he pulls out an American flag, folded up, and he hands it to Stokely and I, and goes on to tell us that this flag actually flew on an American base in Afghanistan, and we're both just absolutely blown away.
So I borrowed it from Fort Carson down south, and I went to Manas, Kyrgyzstan, Kandahar province, all over the country of Afghanistan, all over the southern tip.
So we now have this American flag, and we wanted to do something really special with it, so we invited Corporal Jason Rump to our studios to show him what we'd done. All right, we are back at the station, Stokely and Zach, along with Corporal Jason Rump. You ready to see what we did with the flag?
Pretty stoked to see it.
I like it. Let's get going.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Our veterans overseas are fighting for us and fighting for our freedom, and for him to take the American flag that represents our country and think so highly of what we were able to do for him overseas and give that flag to us. It represents everything that we love and hold near and dear in our country.
So real quick, Stoke, come on in here. You gave us that flag that flew in Afghanistan down at Blake Street Tavern almost 5 months ago, and to commemorate that gesture and just how humbled we are here as a station to learn that you were listening back in Afghanistan and that it meant enough to you to pass that along to us. We wanted to commemorate that moment, and you know, we're guys that get to talk about sports. You know, and it's because of you and people like you that give us that opportunity. So as a reminder, when we come and do our job every day, we want this to be the last thing that we look at on our way into the studio, and that cushy job that we have because of guys
That's
like
an old
you.
picture. I'm much more thinner.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you for the gesture, and thank you for doing all that you do,
My
man.
pleasure.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. On behalf of everyone here at Sports Radio 104.3 The Fan.
Yeah, thank you.
And I think it's the coolest thing that Stokely and I and every other host on The Fan get to walk past this symbol on our way directly into the studio. That's the last thing you see before you get to go talk about sports for a couple hours. And the only reason that happens is because Corporal Jason Rump and other people like him have afforded us this opportunity with luxury, but it doesn't come free. So that little reminder on our way in, I think, is the perfect tone setter for every single day. This Memorial Day, Sports Radio 104.3 The Fan honors Corporal Jason Rump. Is there a veteran in your life that you would like to see recognized? Go to 1043thefan.com and upload photos or video and tell us about the veteran that has made a difference. And we can recognize them on our Wall of Honor presented by Safeway.